Well, if you're like many people, sticking to a healthy diet and exercising regularly can be a test of your willpower, but it doesn't have to be that way. Our 2 News fitness expert, Wes Cole, is here with a guide to healthy habits. All right, just in time for Valentine's Day.
I know it's hard to believe, but the thing about it is like I tell people all the time, you know, if willpower and discipline is kind of the center of your diet and your exercise program, there's other ways around. There's ways that you can make eating healthy, especially, which we're going to talk about today, kind of like a healthy habit.
Okay, the first one is altering your sweet tooth.
Well, so many people, they try to rid their sweet tooth. I mean, they feel guilty about it after. Remember, it's a very natural thing to crave sweet things. Before Twinkies and Snickers bars, craving sweet things actually aided in our survival, because really the only things that were sweet were the healthy things that grew on trees. So really kind of focus. Don't fight, you know, your sweet tooth. Really focus on fruits, because I really think fruits they're such a wonderful food.
Yeah.
And remember, even the real sweet fruits, they contain a very small amount of fructose. For example, an apple and an orange, they contain like 5% fructose, which is a very small amount of sugar for a large piece of fruit. So really kind of focus on that, but don't try to fight your sweet tooth. Just alter it a little bit.
So don't stop eating the fruits that have a little bit of sugar.
No, absolutely not. And you'll find if you have that apple and orange, even no matter how bad you're craving that chocolate cake, if you have it, you'll find that it'll kind of extinguish some of the cravings.
That's true. Yeah, that box of chocolate though. Probably not a good idea.
Yeah, you might want to wait for after Valentine's Day.
Okay, the next one is to eat your veggies the right way.
Well, you know, so many people that start a diet, you know, they find that they don't like vegetables, and it's so hard to diet when you don't like vegetables, because they're just such an ultimate diet food. Yeah. Give it a little bit of time, and you need to learn how to prepare your vegetables correctly. One thing is to saute, and when you saute the vegetables, it takes away a lot of the natural bitterness that really a lot of people don't like. Yeah. And you can use Mrs. Dash, it's one of my favorite. You can use some low sodium seasoning, but remember, just don't give up on the vegetables early on. If you're used to a high fat, high sodium, high sugar diet, don't be surprised if the subtle taste of vegetables aren't going to, you know, you're not going to really love them, because remember, they're a little bit subtler taste, but if you give a little bit more time, your taste buds can almost readjust and you'll get to where you like them.
Nice, I'm going to start trying that. Okay, the next one is control your carbs with fiber.
Well, one of the best tips a dietitian once told me is to eat your protein and your vegetables first before your carbohydrates. It's okay to have a roll or some rice, but just really focus on that first, because remember, we've talked about this before, the protein and the fiber, that's Mother Nature's hunger control mechanism. So there's, the protein and fiber is full of so much nutrients, you're going to feel full, and I guarantee you, when you get to the protein or the pasta, you'll probably get maybe halfway through the portion, you'll feel full.
So the chips and salsa at a Mexican restaurant beforehand, when I eat a whole thing of the chips.
I know, chips and salsa, it's my weakness too, but it's a great tip, and remember, it's a way that you can still enjoy your pasta and your I couldn't live without rice or pasta, so you got to find a way to sneak it in there.
You do, somehow. It's tough. All right, time to answer some questions from our viewers. This first one, Anna asks, what's the best way to lose belly fat? Good question.
Well, the thing about it is you really can't pick and choose where you lose it first. In fact, when you lose body fat, you tend to lose it all over, very similar. In fact, the first place that people notice it is around your neck and your face. And it's not that you lose it there quicker than anything, it's just the first place people know. So unfortunately, although we're programmed genetically to men are programmed to carry it more in their belly, women are kind of in their hips and their butt. We really can't choose. We just tend to kind of totally shrink down altogether.
You do notice in the face first, though.
You
that's
do.
For sure.
You do.
Okay, the next question comes from Carmen. Does chasing kids around count as cardio exercise? I have a feeling a lot of folks have been chasing their kids around this week.
Yeah, absolutely. I can attest to that. Well, there's an acronym that stands for NEAT. That basically stands for non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Basically, it's the study of exercise outside the scope of traditional exercise. And science has actually shown that your NEAT levels are so important for staying healthy. So how active you are outside the gym will determine how thin and healthy you are, almost as much as how much you're in the gym. So yeah, it all counts. I mean, the more you move, I wouldn't really consider it a conditioning exercise, but the more you move, it all adds up.
Yeah, you're moving around.
Absolutely.
Chasing after those kids. Well, if you have a question that you'd like Wes to answer, just go to the weekend morning section of our website, kjrh.com, click on the habitual health link, or give Wes a call, 749-0960, or visit his gym on 46th, just east of Sheridan.